Kurata Beach is stricken by a typhoon. The following morning, reporter Ichiro Sake and his photographer Junko Nakanishi find a strange blue-gray object amongst the wreckage. Later, a giant egg is found floating near Nishi Beach in Shizunori. Professor Miura attempts to investigate the egg, only to be pestered with questions by Sake. They soon learn that the villagers had sold the egg to businessman Kumayama for exploitation purposes for his firm Happy Enterprises. At a local hotel, Sake, Junko, and Miura discuss how to legally counter Kumayama's plans, and find him at the lobby. Kumayama meets with his financial backer Jiro Torihata, who reveals his plans to build the Shizunori Happy Center around the egg. They are visited by the Shobijin, tiny twin fairies, who attempt to convince them to return the egg but have to escape when the businessmen try to capture them. The Shobijin run into Sake, Junko, and Miura, and reveal to them that the egg belongs to the colossal insect god Mothra. The recent typhoon caused it to wash up on Japanese waters, and destruction will follow when the larva emerges. The trio agree to help them retrieve the egg, and try to plead with Kumayama and Torihata but are met with resistance. The Shobijin eventually return home to Infant Island without the egg. Later, Sake writes scathing articles about Happy Enterprises' insensitivity towards the Shobijin. However, the firm dismisses the articles as slander and open the Shizunori Happy Center to the public. Kumayama is confronted by the villagers for not paying in full for the egg and renting from their land. Torihata agrees to loan Kumayama additional funds in exchange for putting the egg up as collateral. Kumayama reluctantly accepts and begins incubating the egg. Miura decontaminates Sake and Junko after touching the object they found in the wreckage, revealing it to be highly radioactive. The trio return to Kurata Beach to investigate further, but the giant reptilian monster Godzilla emerges from the buried mud. Citizens evacuate as Godzilla wreaks havoc on Yokkaichi and Nagoya. The Japan Self-Defense Forces (JSDF) are deployed to lead Godzilla to the coast to minimize casualties. At the suggestion of a colleague, the trio travel to Infant Island to appeal to the Shobijin for Mothra's help. When they arrive, they are horrified by the desolation left behind by past nuclear tests. They are captured by the natives and reveal their intentions to ask for Mothra's help against Godzilla. The Shobijin and natives refuse, seeing it as divine retribution on outsiders for ravaging their island with nuclear tests, and not returning the egg. Junko and Sake plead that the innocent are also in danger, that they have no right to decide who deserves to live or die, and that civilization is flawed, but is trying hard to make the world better. Mothra agrees to help, but the Shobijin warn that she is on her deathbed. Back in Japan, the JSDF launch multiple campaigns against Godzilla but to no avail. After losing his fortune, Kumayama confronts Torihata at his hotel, attacks him, and steals his secret funds. Torihata shoots Kumayama, and attempts to escape with the money, but is crushed to death as Godzilla destroys the hotel. Godzilla reaches Nishi Beach, and prepares to destroy the egg until Mothra intervenes and engages Godzilla in battle. Mothra initially gets the upper hand, but is defeated by Godzilla's atomic breath. Mothra uses her last strength to fly to the egg and die next to it. As the JSDF resume their attacks on Godzilla, the trio and the Shobijin remain with the egg as the twins attempt to make the egg hatch more quickly via musical incantations. On Infant Island, the natives join in a ritual dance, in response to the twins' music. Twin larvae emerge from the egg and follow Godzilla to Iwa Island. As the monsters battle, the trio join a rescue party to retrieve students and their teacher left behind on Iwa Island. Godzilla is entrapped by the larva's silk, tumbles into the sea and sinks. The students and teacher are returned to safety, and the larva and Shobijin return to Infant Island. Sakai asserts that humanity will thank them by building a better world.